got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The bye over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go!
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 40's mark. 40's the mark. Record. 19 right.
Jackson from the shotgun. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get that complete to his tight end Komet. That catch good for only a couple.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
That's a gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Right here.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Romeo Okwara in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Lions.
Ready. White 25. Watch the curve. Check 45.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith came in and got him.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. Amendola catching it left side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Gibson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. I mean, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The return man, Ty Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. For Jameis Winston, boy, an NFL record 7 pick-sixes thrown last year, part of his 30-interception season. And he throws another wayward ball here that's returned the distance. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Bears 14, Lions 3. Eddie Pinheiro.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Now here's Johnson. And able to get this out to the 25.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, Are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. Touchdown, Detroit! Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On second down, here's Jackson. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14, Lions 10.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead.
His kick.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Bears 21, Lions 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a pickup of
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they came up with points in their first two possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bears take over.
Their own 40-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They get.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
They'll take over.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
He's across midfield.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Gain of 5 brings
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The Lions first down.
Ready? Blue lady. I got you. I got you. No.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Swift, the ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Complete.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a handoff to Swift. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's Khalil Mack, the all-pro, in there to get him behind the line.
15-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston, that's complete right around the 8. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Bears 21, Lions 17. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Jackson is going to go for a big play. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Gibson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Bears 28, Lions 17. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. First down, Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
On the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Amendola, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, Winston. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now to Galladay on the jet sweep. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
The ball carrier.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the gun, he'll try to run it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a first down with a cherry on top. 31 yards.
That's a 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
A 3-yard
pickup. That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 13 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And, oh, that's one he's going to head straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, this is Swift. Roquan Smith, the Bears leading last season, makes the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Let's get off the field.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Now a toss for Swift left side. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
The Lion ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Kenny Galladay.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, trying to get big chunks.
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike, 50 go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Freddie Swain, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the scores Bears 49, Lions 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Darnell Mooney, incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the shift. 70 Lion. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 23 yards on the play. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Jones came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
I don't think you got it, son.
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, check. Come on.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lions.
Now Winston. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This time Jackson will throw it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. That's complete to Mooney. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
18 more yards.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That's good.
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Trubisky on the keeper.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.